Hey everybody, good morning. Wake up, St. Lucia. It's a good morning out, and you know you're watching this morning, so it has to be a really good one. And right now I have St. Lucian talent here with us. We have Yannick James. Most of you, I hope all of you know him, but if not, we're definitely going to get to know a lot more about him. So Yannick, thank you for being here with us.
It's a pleasure.
Great. Now, when I say that he's talented, he is. And a lot of people know you, Yannick, for music. Amazing person with a just give him his violin in hand and magic happens. And my first encounter experience with you, I just remember hearing, not so classical music coming from a violin, and that caught my attention. And I think really that's what made a mark for you majorly, just bringing, stringed music and, just something that you'd think is traditional and classical, more mainstream. So tell us about your love affair with your violin.
It's an 18-year-old love affair right now, so we're going strong.
Very good.
I give everybody a story. I learned classical, classically trained, formally trained musician. But again, you want to just break out of the norm, the established norm, and I like to stick to the fact that there's a lot of competition. It gets really intense the higher you go in certain fields, like especially for a classical field. So it's like, well, there's so many other genres out there, so many other things out there you could do with music. So that was part of the push from secondary school, to just play what my friends like to hear, what stuff that I liked personally, things that I wanted to hear in a different form with my instrument. I didn't really think about it. It wasn't like let's do this different. It's like, no, I can play, I can do that. Let's do something different because everybody else is doing that. So there's more space over here to do other things. So it's basically the long and short of how I end up playing things like Split in the Middle.
Yes, on violin. You'll need
Violin.
to see him do that too. What are some of the achievements that you've made in your musical career thus far?
I've traveled to 5 continents already thus far, performing, and I haven't paid for one of those tickets as yet. So that's something I'm really happy for. It's a goal that I kind of set, that to make sure that the music kind of pays for itself, because there's a lot of investing
Yes.
that went into it. So that's part of it paying for itself, right there. So I've traveled a fair bit. I've done Tobago jazz, jazz here, St. Lucia Jazz. I have had a Black Arts Festival in Dakar, Senegal.
Nice.
On my way to Kazakhstan in a couple of weeks for Expo 17 as a Eco World Green Energy Conference. Every country is represented, so
Nice.
I'm going across there in a while. So that one is on its way. I've taught I think the last time I checked it was close to 800 or 900. It's more than that, students. Yeah.
Wow. We're going to go on a different tangent here because you also come from a family with a very strong musical background as well. But you are a man of many, many talents. You do so many things. So if you could quickly laundry list, because St. Lucia, there's still so much more to Yannick than just music. So let us know everything else that you've been dabbling in.
Well, apart from music is my primary career. But I supplement that with photography. So I'm a photographer as well, a drone pilot. Coming from a quantity surveying background, so I use the drones to do surveying and mapping. Out of necessity, I had to be able to fix and repair all this equipment because being in a third world country, support for repair is non-existent. So I also do instrument repair, violin, certified to do violin repairs and building, camera lens cleaning and repair, DSLR body repair, and maintenance and cleaning. There's also graphic design, graphic art, visual art. If you ever came to the Sidewalk Chalk Art, every year I do a big 3D piece.
Oh, you're part of that too? Okay.
Yeah, every year. So every year I do that. So visual art, drawing, sketching, painting, sculpting. One
Wow.
point with clay.
I'm learning things like I thought I knew Yannick well enough, but I'm learning things that I didn't even know today. Excuse me whilst I be intrusive a little bit, but we have to show this. So, yeah, and it's not about the locks today. You need to tell St. Lucia about New Tech. We kind of touched on it, but they need to know.
New Tech is a newly registered company, October last year, and we do, it's myself primarily, Alfred Murray. We do drone surveys, photography, videography, but primarily using drones.
Yannick, it's truly been a pleasure having you here. And of course, what kind of handshake thing is that? I haven't finished wrap up, you know. You see, you're trying to run away. Okay, that's just being polite this early morning. But if St. Lucians want to reach out, maybe book you for a performance, or of course, maybe get in contact with you for New Tech Biz, how can they reach and also follow?
Well, I try to keep it really simple. It's usually if you search Yannick James on Google or on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, Snapchat, Flickr, whichever one, LinkedIn, you will find me. There are a couple other Yannick James, but if you look for New Tech Inc., you will get New Tech.
I see, don't you love when we make life easier? So again, so remember the name, remember the face, it's Yannick James. And again, we're musically talking, business speaking. There's so much again that makes him up. So I really enjoyed this morning because, like I said, we just really got to know him way, way better.
Yeah,
So
too
Yannick,
much.
thank you for coming through. And of course, now you're officially part of the family here at This Morning. So don't be a stranger, okay?
Okay, I want to get breakfast.
Yeah, man. Next time somebody send us some cocoa tea. Yannick, next time you need to come with the cocoa tea, okay?
That's not one of
I'll
my
bring the
businesses,
bakes.
though. That's not one of my businesses.
Well, you see, look, I give you a new business idea and you heard it here first. So when he starts that, you'll know I should be getting some royalty checks, okay?
Yeah, well,
So-
Yannick James Cocoa Tea.
That could be the best.
Yeah.
All right, guys. So thank you again for chilling with us here this morning. Yannick is just distracting me today, but of course, yes, it's all about the looks. Too much fabulosity right here.
Why?
All right, so St. Lucia, plenty love and positivity. We'll see you soon. Hey St. Lucia, good morning family. Thank you again so much for being part of This Morning with me. I'm Shayla Mendez, your host, and today we are upstairs the JQ Mall second floor because there's the Emancipation exhibition going on, and I have the pleasure of being in the company of Yermes Lionel. He's the curator here for this. So first of all, thank you so much for being here with us and taking some time out because I know so many people are coming through, but thank you for being with us. How are you today?
I am good, Miss Mandels.
Perfect. So right now, it's all about the exhibition. Can you just tell us and let St. Lucia know exactly what's happening here at the mall?
Okay, well, there was a competition held for emancipation, and we have two primary winners, which are being portrayed here with all the photos. And we have two other guys as well, photographers, well-renowned, known photographers, with their photos as well. This exhibition is being held for the duration of 2 weeks, which this is week number 1, and next week will be week number 2. Anybody could come out from 8, 9, at any time the mall is open, until the mall is closed. The exhibition will be open. Yeah.
All right, perfect. So I want to share something with St. Lucia too because we're in this particular location by this picture for a reason. It is strategic because for our curator, it's one in particular that he connects with. So just tell us a little bit about this picture and of course for you personally, that connection.
Yeah, well, I took to this picture because a lot of people, when they come in, they actually goes to that picture. When they come and give me their feedback, this is what they say about this picture. This is one of the only pictures that actually tells a story from slavery to modern to present. And I share the same sentiment as well. So I believe it's a very strong picture, depicting emancipation. And this is why I really like this picture. But all the other pictures on the flats, they are really beautiful as well.
So that alone tells you, St. Lucia, there's a lot for you to come and see. And of course, develop your own personal perspective, see what you get a feel of or what you connect with, and your interpretations, really. Because, everybody can look at the same piece of art or artwork or imagery and have a different interpretation. And that's the beauty of it as well. Now, I know there was also a theme for emancipation. So the pieces, some of them are reflective or indicative of that theme. So if you can let us know about that.
The theme for emancipation was seeing emancipation in your own eyes, which was tourism, politics, and economic freedom. So this is what is being depicted right here.
Great. And you know what I like about that is that it's still a more modern take on emancipation than what we might usually think of when we hear emancipation and think of slavery and shackles and the masters and the plantations.
Yes.
So we're bringing it to modern times because there's so many different ways people are being enslaved, and even today, there's different things that we ourselves keep ourselves trapped in. So I know we have various photographers here with pictures and their works displayed. So just let us know who exactly is on display today.
Okay, so right next to us we have Mr. Craig Prescott. This is his flat front and back. To the back of Mr. Prescott we have Mr. Winston Taylor. The two primary winners of the competition. To the front, that is Mr. Japierre and Mr. Modest.
Perfect. So now that we've enlightened them, you know where it is and what's happening now. And of course, there's still so much for us to observe when we think about emancipation, more than just that one day. So let St. Lucia know, especially in your opinion, why they should come and get this experience as well before it goes away.
Hey, it's emancipation, it's your country. So guys, come out to the JQ Mall and see what our local photographers, they are really good photos. Come see what we produce, and if you would like, you could always get your own family portrait by our photographers as well. That is possible. So please come out in numbers and come and support our local photographers.
Great. And I love exactly what you said there, because it is about our own homegrown talent and putting that on showcase and getting to know some of the talented people we have here. Maybe sometimes they're low-key and you don't know because you're not in that circle, you don't know either. So, of course, come out. We have our very, very generous and welcoming curator here. So I'm going to tell St. Lucia, make sure they come look for you. And he's going to definitely give you a quick guide around it, and then you can feel your way around. And is there anything else you want to leave St. Lucia with before we go?
We should always give kudos to CDF for putting all of this together. I mean, they do the best that they can, and I think it's a very good effort. So kudos to CDF as well.
Perfect. So there we are. We're still hanging with Yermes. I'm going to go continue to take in my own experience and see what perspectives I get from the different pictures. And of course, we hope to see you soon. Thank you again for being so generous and enlightening us today.
No problem, Ms. Chilla Manders.
Great. So St. Lucia, make sure you come out before this is gone and you regret it. Come see our talent, experience it, and of course, get your connection with what emancipation represents for you.